Today we're going to add some Swathan 120mm fans to my case because I'm tired of looking at these ugly little lines on the back of the fans when you change from exhaust to intake. So we conveniently have some Thermaltake Swathan 120mm ARGB fans that are magnetic connection and have swappable fan blades. This is the intake fan blade. This is the exhaust. This is how it works. Boop! And boom! It's an intake fan, and you have all the nice RGB on the outside. So let's get the PC turned off, opened up, and swap some of this bullshit out. Okay, so for this job, we're going to need all the fans, which is 6. They come 3 in a kit. These are going to be my 2 intake fans for the side of the case. You'll see that in a minute. I need 1 rear exhaust and 3 exhausts for the radiator on the top because it's a 360. These do magnet together, just like this. So, it is really nice because you can actually just put them all on together and put like 3 screws in and then put the rest in there. So they look really nice. And then which one is these? That's the rear. And then here is the side intake fans. The way these cables work, they are magnetic. The kit does come with 3 of these cables, okay? So you technically can hook them all up separate. 1, 2, and 3. They connect like that on the protruding parts. Just like that. It is not the tightest connection, but once it's in your PC, I don't think it's going to really go anywhere. The fans do have a 4-pin PWM connector. They have a 3-pin RGB connector, and then you obviously have another one to daisy chain the fans if you would like to. If your motherboard has the capabilities to run all these fans separate, so be it. Excuse me. Currently, the top 3 fans for the radiator are all on 1 RGB plug and power plug. The side fans are all on their own, and then the rear fan is on its own. Let's get the PC taken apart and see what we're working with. This might turn into a bigger project than I'd like because the motherboard blocks a lot of the 360mm radiator screws, because when they're going up in there like this, these back screws here are not too accessible. Let's see what happens. The cool thing about the Height Y60 is that you just take off this one little thumb screw right here, and then you just go like this. And then your side glass is off. I guess we can just start removing this rear fan here. Wow, that's really dirty. Haven't cleaned this thing in a while. Been in the garage as well, so let's get to the next one. Okay, so while we have this open, again, these are my intake fans, also really dirty. This bundle right here literally will be 1 cable, because I no longer have to connect all 3 fans with their own cable. I just have to have 1 cable right here that connects to the fans, to power, and to the RGB. So let's get rid of this big bundle of bullshit. These fans are not terribly gross. They're kind of dirty. They're pretty dirty. The radiator looks like it caught the blunt of the dirtiness, because that's nasty. We're gonna make sure we have thermal paste on hand, and we're gonna just take the whole CPU block off and go rinse this out in the sink. I remembered that I worked on the ROG Ally and I ordered a big tube of thermal paste, so we do have enough to replace it for the CPU block. We're gonna go ahead and get that turned around and taken out, but first we're gonna get rid of these other two fans and start kind of cleaning up the actual inside, you know, like this stuff right here with a baby wipe, and get some of this nasty dust and stuff off the bottom here and get it all torn apart. This turned into a bigger project than I thought it was going to because it was very, very dirty. We took the radiator in the CPU block to the kitchen to wash it in a sink with the little hose sprayer and get that all cleaned up. Worked great. Just some, you know, lukewarm water will work fine. You don't even need to use soap most of the time or brushes or anything. It just rinses out the dirt out of the radiator. Obviously keep the electronic and the CPU block and the cables out of it. You do have to let it dry completely and really blow it out with air to get it to be really good to go. But for now, we're going to be plugging in these two intake fans, and they're going to go right here. Alright everybody, so that obviously took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, and we're going to have to do a part 2 and 3 to this video because I just want to keep it short enough to where you won't mind watching it. But we're going to do the installation next and then get everything put back together. So we're basically doing a full PC build in the end. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.